All right, today we're going to unpack a story that, chances are, you've known your whole life. But knowing a story and really understanding it are two different things. It's a super simple tale, but the lesson inside is so powerful it has shaped how we think about risk for centuries. So let's get into it.
I mean, you've heard this saying a million times, right? A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. But where does that actually come from? Well, it comes from a really straightforward story about a man who's down on his luck, a massive temptation, and one single choice that changes absolutely everything.
To really get the moral of this fable, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the guy at the center of it all. And his situation, well, it wasn't just tough, it was truly desperate. So, what was he dealing with?
Okay, so just picture this. You've got a hunter in a small village. He's poor, really poor. Hunting is the only way he survives, but it's been a long, dry summer, and the forest is practically empty. Food is incredibly scarce, and his stomach is literally growling. For this guy, not finding food today doesn't just mean he's hungry. It could mean he's starved.
And, just to make things worse, there's another major problem. He is absolutely terrified of the wild leopards that stalk the very same woods. So every single time he goes out to hunt, it's a race. He has to get in, find something, and get out, fast. The stakes could not be higher.
So just when it feels like all hope is lost, his luck changes. He gets a break. And this is the exact moment the entire story hinges on. It's where a sure thing goes head-to-head with a massive, glittering temptation.
And there it is. Just like that, snap. In a split second, he's caught a small bird. He has it, right there in his hand. That's a guaranteed meal. Can you just imagine the wave of relief? The hunt is over. He did it. He can go home and eat.
But then, his eyes catch something in the distance. A beautiful, magnificent deer. And right here, this is the battle raging in his mind. On the one hand, he's got the bird. It's certain. It's a small meal, sure, but it's food for today. It's zero risk. But on the other hand, that deer. Man, that's a feast. That's food for days, maybe even a week. But it's totally uncertain. It's a huge risk, and he's only got one arrow left.
And this is the thought that changes everything. That little voice of greed whispers, that deer is a feast compared to this tiny bird. Suddenly, the guaranteed meal he's holding feels worthless. The possibility of something bigger feels way more important. The bird in his hand just isn't enough anymore.
So, he makes his choice. He decides to trade the real thing he has for something he might get. He chooses hope over certainty. And as you can probably guess, this gamble does not pay off. Let's just walk through this tragic moment. First, he opens his hand. Whoosh! The bird, his guaranteed dinner, is gone. Forever. Then he snatches his bow, fits that one single precious arrow, and takes aim. But it's too late. The deer's senses are sharp. It spots him, and in the blink of an eye, it leaps away into the forest. The arrow missed. Just 2 words, but they say it all. His one shot, the thing he risked everything for, it failed. The great prize is gone.
So what's the final score? A big, round 0. He didn't just fail to get the deer, he actively let go of the bird he already had. He started with one sure thing, gambled it all for more, and ended up with absolutely nothing.
So yeah, the story itself is a bit of a tragedy, right? But the reason it's stuck with us for thousands of years is because of the lesson inside it. It's a piece of timeless wisdom that's just as true today as it was back then.
And here it is, the line we all know, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. All it really means is that it's usually better to hang on to a good thing you actually have than to risk losing it for the chance at something better. The hunter's bird was real. The deer was just a fantasy.
So if we boil this all down, what are the big takeaways? First, learn to appreciate what you've got. The hunter stopped valuing his bird the second he saw the deer. Second, greed can make you blind. It makes you focus so much on what you might get that you forget what you're about to lose. And finally, a sure thing, even a small one, is often way smarter than a big, risky gamble.
Oh, it has everything to do with us. This isn't just about birds and deer. It's a metaphor for the choices we face every single day, right? Do you take the pretty good job offer you have in hand, or do you wait for that dream company that might never call? Do you cash out your investment for a nice, solid profit, or do you risk it all for a moonshot? This tension between security and opportunity is why this story still hits so hard. And that really leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? The fable warns us against being greedy and foolish, but it doesn't say you should never take a risk. So the real trick is knowing the difference. When is it smart to be happy with the bird in your hand, and when is it right to take that shot at the deer in the bush? That's the question this fable wants us to ask ourselves.